All right, cool. So we are recording.
Sweet.
So we're gonna be talking about um, the mindset of getting wealthy or die trying through business and real estate. The mindset of it, also the finances of it. That it doesn't matter how much you make, but what you do with it. It's not about getting rich; it's about getting wealthy, right? We're gonna talk about the struggles of entrepreneurship. And it's not always glamorous what they say, especially starting young with no resources or starting older with some resources or no resources. Um,
Okay.
bringing high levels. So we're going to also be bringing value, but some motivational into it, right? Because we feel like that's what we're trying to do. We're going to try to motivate our audience to take action,
So do me a
right?
favor. Do me a favor. Talk to me like if you're already recording the video. So talk to me like if I am the audience already.
Damn, Pete, you gonna put me on the spot like that, huh?
Yeah, it's only one person in the audience though.
Well, let me do what this is. Let's do some outlining, and then I'll do that. Is that
All
like
right.
let's do some key points. So we said um, wealth. We said about business and real estate.
You want to type it up? Let me see if I can type it up well.
Let me see. I don't know. Can you type it?
I think we can both type if we want.
Well, I see you down here. I see your cursor. Shows you right here.
All right. Yeah, I see your cursor now. All right. So get wealthy or direct turn. So
So we're gonna talk about
building
accumulation,
wealth.
getting wealthy, or die trying, right?
Yeah, but it's through real
Building
estate,
wealth through real estate and business.
assessing your current finances and what you could right be doing.
So we're gonna be building wealth through real estate and business. Talking about how cash flow, right? We want to make sure we're putting it in cash flow. Cash flow is what's essential to your finances and real estate and wealth, right? Cash flow.
Cash flow and what it means.
hmm And what it means to you and your business or whatever, right? Cash flow through real estate. Um, the journey of being an entrepreneur when you're young, struggling with no resources. I think that's gonna bring people in because they're well, shit, I don't got no resources. I'm young and struggling, right?
Journey
Um,
to uh say that again. Journey to
the journey of becoming an entrepreneur, the struggles, starting young with no resources.
ah journey of becoming an entrepreneur. How to accumulate resources such as capital. What else? Capital, knowledge,
Well, there's four currencies I like to say, right? It's time, um, relationships, knowledge, and money.
time, relationships, money. Sorry. All right. Such as this is so
Time,
capital is money.
right?
Money.
Time, relationships,
Um,
and knowledge.
Sweet. I love it. All right. What's next?
Accumulators. We're going to be showing you the struggles because it's not all as glamorous, and we'll show you the successes.
The truth, success, and the struggle.
We'll be talking about the habits of the wealthy. This recording is going to be so funny listening back, hearing all your kids' information, the songs in the background.
Oh, is it that loud?
Oh, dude, I get it. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Let me turn it down a little.
That's funny. What's up, Daisy?
See if I can dunk it. I don't know. Here. Want some water? Yeah. You can hear it. You're close. Sit right here. See, you can hear it. Can you hear it now? Jose? Oh.
All right, my apologies.
All good. Hey, can you hear it now? Can you still hear it?
Very faintly, not really. No, you're good.
Shit.
No, like I mean a little bit. I think it's Are you on a headset?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Sometimes, dude, I notice this headset captures so much background noise. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. So I have that other headphone one. It actually cancels out noise.
If I have a headset on, though, it'd probably be better. That way you can't
It's all good.
hear it. But
Okay.
yeah.
So let's do this. I mean, I think that's pretty good, right? I mean, I don't think we need to like give them 20 reasons why, because those are going to be within it, right?
Yeah, and we probably whittled this down too. I mean, I don't think we necessarily have to go through every single bullet point in the beginning in this video.
Yeah.
I think what we could do is just take this information, and that's why I was asking you to go ahead and give me like the presentation as if you were talking to the audience right now. That way we could understand what the gist of what we're trying to send out as a message is. Just enough to capture that attention. You know what I mean?
Guys, I want to congratulate you for being on this journey with me. Welcome to Get Wealthy or Die Trying, where me and Big Pistol Pete are beginning showing you how to build wealth through real estate investing and business ownership. What we're going to be showing you and telling you why cash flow is king, what it means to your wealth creation. And then I'm going to also be going and showing you my journey as a young entrepreneur. I'm 26 now. I'm going to show you the struggles and the successes of what it takes from having no resources to gaining resources, such as time. Do you need more time with your family, such as relationships? Do you have the right network to succeed? Do you have the specialized knowledge it takes? And do you have the money to build your business? Now, a lot of people don't, but what we're going to show you is it may take money, but it doesn't have to be your money. I want to welcome you on this journey to this next series for these next few weeks. And I want to congratulate you for being on. Boom.
Nice, dude. That was pretty good. That's all. That's all we need right there.
Yeah, that I think it does help having the bullet points in front of you. So that point, I'll practice a little more. So it's more, I don't need to look at that, but then we'll have our main points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and also I don't expect for us to go on in front of the camera and just finish in one take. You know, it's probably going to take a few times to get it right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So then what about after that? So that's our intro.
So
right?
intro. So one of my one of my actions items this week was finding a soft intro guy, right? Or, creating that video. I think that would be perfect. Boom, put the video in there. You know what I mean? And then it has like a little light soft intro of me and then you doing your thing. You know what I mean? And then we can go into the segue. I think that would be cool.
That'd be sick, dude.
So let me show you kind of what my vision of, not my, can you still see my screen or are you on?
I can see your screen, yeah.
Well, do you see me typing in?
I see everything you're doing on your screen, yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me see. There it is. So this guy, I work with him. He's in Renatus, Mitch Nelson. He made like, I don't know, over $750,000 in the business last year.
Wow.
And this is kind of like what I kind of envision. Let me see. I think it comes up. So like watch, not as elaborate as this, but it's going to be similar. You see this video?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Like, isn't that cool? It's like simple, easy, fucking just like legitly, you know.
Dude, that's just dope, man.
Yeah, it's just simple and easy. So I talked to the guy, you know, we can have some type soft intro like that. You know what I mean? And then boom, goes into, then we're sitting down or we're doing whatever, you know.
Have you gone on YouTube and seen these videos? Because there's a lot of guys out there.
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of them. This is just something I knew I can go to show.
No,
you.
I know this is cool too, though. But I mean,
Yep.
like, what? So what do you? This guy looks too cool, though. How do we get that cool?
Well, he's doing you know, suits and presentations. I'm thinking like raw shit, like out in the streets, looking at properties, talking to people,
Okay.
you know, through a project, just stuff like that. I don't need it to be crazy. You know, have my glasses on. Maybe I have an old school car I could throw in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but I think in the beginning it's just going to be very light stuff.
So you found someone that can do this for us?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I've heard good things about. He's actually a buddy of mine's brother, and I was supposed to go to Sacramento on Sunday at an event, and he was gonna film me just, you know, talking to people, shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I can make it out there. So what I'm gonna do is I do have somebody. Maybe we can figure something out. I think though, what it's gonna be a couple week process, because it's gonna be different places, different shoots, different times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking we can start just doing these videos until we have that ready, and then post them, and we'll already have maybe a couple videos lined up where we can do it consistently. You know what I mean?
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
You know, just, you know, we already committed to you know, doing the thing,
Intro?
whatever, you know, the first video on Monday.
Yes.
This Monday, right? The 17th.
18th, I think. I don't know.
Did we do Tuesday? I need to check. What's today? Did we do 18th?
Yeah, 11 a.m.
Yes, sir. You are right. Cool. Because I have a manual calendar I put stuff in, so I don't. Okay.
You know what another good idea, or what I just thought about that it will help us is that if we do these videos, let's say we do 2 or 3 or 4 videos before we get our real, you know, soft intro or the video intro that we want, we can probably go back to those videos and see what we did stupid, because obviously, you know, we're not going to get it right the first few times. And we can probably just look back and say, you know what, let's re-record. Let's not use those.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to, yeah, exactly. I mean, and if we can just have, you know, it's not going to be, I'd rather record more and post less so that we have content we can put in if maybe we miss a week or something. You know what I mean?
Agree.
You know, life happens or whatever, what have you. Plus, like you said, the first year is gonna be shitty videos anyway. So we'll just, you know,
That's how they all start, though.
Yeah, well, no, for sure. I mean, my first year in business was horrible. My first, you know, yeah. I mean, until you got to practice anything. So, you know,
Exactly.
but in order to get better quicker, you gotta be consistent and just keep doing it. You know, if we can consistently do it for, let's say we do it 50, let's say we do 46 out of the 56 weeks this year, or whatever, the next 12 months, you know, that's 46 videos, 46 times, you know, it'd be a lot further. I was listening to Grant Cardone, and he's like, dude, give yourself 3 to 4 years on social media. He's like, but consistently, he's like, post everything. He's like, you know, I was listening to a lot of different ideas, you know, it doesn't have to be glamorous, or it doesn't have to be, you know, just getting it out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we can do. The 18th, that's cool. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it out there to him. I'm going to talk to him soon. I'll actually put that on my calendar now, and see what's the availability, what's his editing skills. Because if I can send him these YouTubes and he can just edit them for, like, I don't know, $20 or 40 bucks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's
shit.
cheap.
Well, yeah, it's probably not gonna be that cheap. Now, you say that, but you know, maybe if you can give us a homie discount if we're consistent with 4 videos a month, you know.
Yeah, no. I mean, you could probably just say like, you know, we'll pay you monthly, and we can throw him 10 videos if we want. Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I need to see what his editing skills are. I know he's decent. I mean, I heard, but I
Does he have a
haven't.
portfolio?
He has an Instagram and shit, but it's mostly photos. So I guess the ones of videos they're too large for him to or send me because of the quality or the high something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he can just tell you like what he's done, and you can go to that person's.
Yeah, well, my buddy, one of my good buddies, Kevin, he did a video for him and he's seen it and Kevin said it was really good. So that's why I even contacted him. I got a reference.
Okay, cool. So that being said, what was the next thing you had to do?
Staging.
Okay.
So to me, we have a whiteboard back there. I think, you know,
Yeah, there's not much that we should be doing right now for staging. I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, even out there on the streets, like let's just say we're talking, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many different stagings we can do.
Yeah.
And then the
Now,
other was social media goals, right? That's what the other one we were talking about. So we'll get to this.
oh yeah, clearly defining them though. All
Yeah.
right, so go to the other link I sent you. So this is what I thought about when I was defining the goals.
So when you say achieve a 2% turnover rate, you mean conversion?
Yeah, conversion, not turnover. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much in the same line. You broke it down a lot more clearly than I did as far as subscribers and all that good stuff, which is good. But we're on the same path as far as, it's going to be for me, for us. I see, also what this is going to do for us is personal branding, right?
Right.
I wrote it down. And my goals really, besides the money, besides the numbers, is really being valuable to the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
But what does that mean?
so being valuable means being of value, right? People get value from listening to us. It's not a waste of their time, whether they sign up with us or not. We still create some value that they can use, right? And what that's going to do is generate more business for us because we're valuable, right? It's kind of like, how should I say, like it's incentive.
So I know what it means, but I want you to tell me.
So being valuable is going to be the content we have, right?
No, I get it. What I'm saying, that's exactly what I'm getting at is when you say being valuable, what do we think value is to our audience?
Which is what we're going to get. And what we're talking about is the cash flow, the struggles, the value of the resources, what we were just discussing, what the content we bring, making it valuable to people.
Okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
being valuable to the marketplace means showing.
Which is the audience, right?
Yeah. Showing the audience how to grow, teaching young entrepreneurs how to be successful.
Right.
Is that right? Okay. Along those lines.
Okay. That just a value, right? The reason why people, for example, bring me real estate deals to help close them because I bring that value of being able to do that.
Right.
So, just being that value of like, hey, I want to listen to what these people have to say every time they, and that goes with growing the audience. That's because they bring me value when I listen to them, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I clearly understand what bringing value means. I just want to break it down because that's what clearly defining the goals means. Breaking down what we talk about as far as our goals are. Like that's why I broke it down up there where it says, okay, yeah, I want to have an audience, but what is that audience going to do for me? And how am I going to grow that audience, and what kind of growth is I going to achieve?
Right.
And so that's kind of what being adding value to the marketplace or being valuable to the marketplace. What does that mean? It means teaching, teaching these young entrepreneurs. It means helping these young entrepreneurs. It means reaching out to certain communities, right? These type of things.
Right. Yep. I agree with you. And I think we also, saying it, we're able to reach, one of the biggest things at social media is you're able to reach the masses much quickly. Yeah. Help reach masses quickly. That's a goal of mine, and that how you broke it down, I see it on a scalability. And I think, as long as we're consistent, that's the main thing, right? Helping reaching the masses. I broke it down in a funnel. Let me see. So I think this coincides. So it's being valued in the marketplace, as far as, what we talked about. And then also bringing awareness. So a lot of people, like you said, people just don't know what they don't know, which is we're bringing the awareness to the demographic we're looking for, or we're looking at, bringing awareness to them so that they can make a conscious efforts and decisions for themselves instead of just not knowing what they don't know, right?
Right.
That to me is a very big thing. I want to do is, look at the helping people, bringing awareness, reaching as many people as I can, which I know in return is going to give us our personal branding that's going to grow our businesses, right?
Right.
Which also goes, the thing is, I think I also, hit on this, teaching people what, I think this is another big thing. I feel like debt and, I think that's another thing we should put in here. How do you say misconception? Misconception of debt. We just, teaching people what they don't want us to know, as far as debt, which I figure out is the modern day slavery.
Agreed.
And just the overall system, right? That's really what it comes down to. I think for me, it's really like, it's just want to help as many people as you can. You know what I mean? I think really, with obviously making money doing it, but Well,
that's like a natural progression, right? It's going to happen because of all the help that you've been able to give. So,
personal branding, yeah, those are my high level goals. As far as what I see as what this would create and why I want to do it. I think that's really what it is. Why I want to do this. I was asking myself, like, okay, what is the goal? What is the reason why I would be even interested? I mean, what's the reason why I'm even doing my cash flows and doing these things? Is because, it's shitty that we have this system. We have lack of awareness. And there's only so many people we can reach. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think creating this platform, we're not creating it, but, implementing it. And also, really my goal, I'm going to I keep it super simple and easy, is just to make an extra 7 figures a year from this. I mean, other than that, to me, it's what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it doesn't have to be instantly, I understand what takes time to grow, but, this is really what my goal is: automation for 6 figures. So when we're doing these things, I have this.
Change it to 7, dude.
So I think, if you're going to say $1 million ain't enough anymore, it's 10 million. You know what I mean? To be honest, that's really, you think about it, everybody I've talked to who's made $1 million, they say it's just not enough. Like, 10 figures, 8 figures is really my goal is an 8-figure real estate investment, right? Perfect. So this is just going to add to that. But what I want for the social media side is, automation to where, I have quick funnels and these different things that I'm going to show you where everything is just automated, where we just put out the content, people can and it puts them through a system, and then we make money. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't want, really a big thing is procedures and processes that I'm trying to implement in my business so that it runs without us being there. So, you know, we get to that where we have these funnels and we have these things that all we have to do is post, and people who are seeing it and they want to learn more, it takes them through a whole process without us having to personally touch them.
Okay.
So that's really big for me. The helping and the whys, when I'm doing it, you know, as far as you broke it down, I'm clearly fine with that. You know, to me, I think what I'm looking at is just bringing awareness, these high level things. As far as the numbers you're doing, I'm cool with that. My end game is, you know, 7-8 figures, and then, you know, figuring out reverse engineering in it like you kind of did, and seeing what that's going to take to accumulate that. So
with that being said, how do you make, okay, so you're going to have value, you're going to bring value to the marketplace. You're going to bring awareness to the people who don't necessarily know anything about this and how to become better associated with their own finances. You're going to teach a lot of people. You're going to help a lot of people better because it's going to be more open through social media. And then you're going to have an automation. You have already an idea of how you're going to automate the
automation for the revenue. I guess that would be a good way to say it.
So what does that mean as far as, so how are you going to achieve this is what I'm saying. Okay, I see what you're going to do, but how?
Well,
meaning, are you going to get,
first is, go ahead.
So this is what I mean. Are you going to get, is your goal to have, I don't know, 15 new, you know, hard money lenders in your network by the end of the year? Or is it to have, you know, 12 new partners in 6 different states? Or is it to have, you know, more people converted into Renatas by the end of the year? You know, like those kind of numbers. That's kind of what I was looking for as far as breaking down what the, you know, a detailed goal is.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Well, so how do you envision making the money after helping people? Just somebody's. I know right now what you have is people coming to you saying, "Hey, let's work," and it works. But once you clearly define what your goal is, you're gonna say, "Okay, shit, man, I only had 5 people come to me this week, or I only had 5 people come to me this month. My goal was to get 10 people a month, and I don't have enough. What am I doing wrong to get this done correctly?"
No, for sure. I know exactly. You know, clearly defining goals is you know, definitely a big thing in my my business. As far as this, you know, I haven't broke it down that where or reverse engineer. So what I like to do is go backwards, right? And that I haven't put detail in. I really was trying to figure out, why the fuck do I even want to do this? You know, and that's me being honest, like, okay, well, what's the why? Because that's the most important thing to, you know, especially when in your business, which I should probably, you know, knowing your why is actually huge in this in business, because once it gets hard and you're figuring out, well, why the fuck am I even doing this? If it's just for the money, obviously it's not going to last, right? So I was taking more time to figure out, you know, why is it that I even want to do social media marketing? Is it something like, I know, like, do I really want to put myself that much out there online for possible scrutiny? I was just like really thinking about it. And I said, well, you know, being valuable to people, bringing awareness and teaching people what they don't want us to know, how to reach them quickly and efficiently is why I'm gonna do it and push through it, because I think that's more important than me worrying about my own personal fears. Right. So that's awesome. That's what I was working on. You know, as far as what I need to do year by year, month by month, week by week, day by day. That's something I'll still work on, and you'll have that from me. You don't have to worry. That's clarity is obviously extremely important. But yeah, I had to figure out why, because it took me longer than I expected.
Really?
I was just like, well, why do I want to do this? You know, because there's just, you get those negative, natural negative thoughts that you have to coincide with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same here, dude.
Yeah, putting yourself out there and doing that shit.
Exactly. When I started thinking about this, for me, it was all about the capital impact. I wasn't thinking about, I want to help people, to be honest with you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I do want to help people. And I do always have the, you know, positive, positive ways of coming in and approaching people. Like I don't try to take anything from anybody. I don't try to be negative towards anybody. But also I'm trying to start something, right? So yes, for me, ultimately, it was all about the capital gains and how to make money. And I've just been looking around, you know, different ways of how technology is being used. And one of the biggest ways is definitely social media, and people are capitalizing, every single day in different methods. And I think that this is one way that we can capture this wave and ride it. It's not it's not every day that somebody can just say, forget that. I'm going to start something new with this new technology. So if we start doing this, not everybody's going to be willing to do it. You go online, dude, and you go to YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. You have people teaching people how to wear makeup, teaching people how to eat certain foods, teaching people how to cook, right? Teaching people how to make holes in your yard. They're teaching people how to do these tons of different things, and people are watching, right? And I'm not talking about young people. These are the people that I'm targeting. It's these young people that are watching, and just because they're watching, people are getting paid. So for me, it was all about, okay, you just got to get on this new business style, on this new technology. But going back to what you're talking about, I agree that when we agreed that there's a certain niche, there's certain people that would be very much helped with what we have to offer. We'd be helping the community at least that where I come from. And that's something that's very near and dear to me. So that's what's also driving me. So I agree with what you have here too.
Yeah, I mean, if you become valuable and focus on that, the money's gonna come. Obviously hitting goals, is tracking and measuring is essential to business, because if you ain't tracking and measuring and hitting goals, you ain't fucking going anywhere.
Right.
And then it's not a business, it's a hobby. So, right. Yeah, for sure. And definitely being realistic, honestly, I really feel like, if, money, there's nothing wrong with making money. Money helps and brings options. We deserve to get paid for bringing this value. But I think we're going to make a lot more money, bro, putting people through Renatus than we will through social media, being paid for social media.
Oh, for sure. No, I mean, so my whole goal was, is not making money through YouTube, right? I mean, we can, that'd be a plus. That'd be like the, and the cherry on top. But my goal was to get people to come into what I had to offer as far as a class. So exactly what Renatus does, I was thinking about, all right, so I get these people to, buy into what I have to sell. And then I say, hey, go to this website, sign your name there, and I'll contact you. And then when I call them, it could be me or it could be somebody that we hire, say, hey, this is Give It Your Die Trying, and I see that you left your phone number. Did you want to, be a part of this program? And they say, yeah, I want to be a part of it. Okay, this program is going to be this, and that. It's going to cost this much, and then, move forward. So that's what I was envisioning. But the Renatus thing, yeah, I mean, shit, if you're getting paid 10 grand for people to sign up, then that's not a big deal. I mean, that's not a bad deal. That's pretty damn good.
Right. All we need is 10 people. We got 6 figures, baby. I mean,
well, shit.
And the thing is, and I look at it too, it's already in place, and we don't have to recreate the wheel, and taking on that whole I don't want to say burden, but putting on these huge classes or events where we have the system for people to plug into for support, and Renatus teaches them, and we build them up with a plan, and then they're out there looking for deals for us, and they're out there bringing in resources, private money lenders. That's why Renatus has helped my real estate business so much, because instead of hiring people, we recruit people, and it brings in more resources and deals.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and I just have to, and I just get paid for referring people to investors who make 7 figures and do, only do that one niche all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, so I think, that's, and the cool thing is, what I'm going to show you is with ClickFunnels is it's actually going to take them through that whole process without us having to talk to them on the phone. So, that's the automation thing that I'm going to be, want to implement. So we don't have to call these people. They see a link on our video, boom, it takes us to this funnel, if you will, of the different things we have to offer. But it's the way ClickFunnels is, formatted, it's for sales. It's not a website. So it's strictly for driving sales. So it drives your customers to a certain way to produce sales. It's actually, have you ever heard of ClickFunnels?
No, I haven't.
You need oh dude, you need to look up ClickFunnels.
I'll look it up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the,
how do you actually close a deal though?
As far as what?
Saying, hey, come pay 20 grand for this product, Renatus. I'm talking about if you go through ClickFunnels, because you say you never have to talk to them.
Well, I would say
I probably wouldn't. I was just thinking about it. I probably wouldn't go and spend, $500, much less $20,000 on something without talking to somebody and having some kind of, backing that I believe in it.
Well, I've paid $500 without talking to people for certain stuff. That also goes with us being consistent personal branding and building trust online. That's going to be key. But for a $20,000 package, no, I'm not. I'm going to close them on the phone or in person.
Okay.
But I don't want to talk to everybody. I want to talk to the people who are serious, and ClickFunnels is going to weed them out. So essentially what it's going to do is it's going to whatever, and it depends whatever our goal is for that certain funnel. But if I want to drive them for Renatus, I'm going to drive them to maybe a webinar system. They sign up, they register, it gets them there automatically. I put it on, or I have a different one. We do it live. And then if they're still serious, they get a follow-up email. They go through the follow-up and they set up a call. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To close them. Not as far as going through the whole process for 20 G's. Yeah, no, for sure. They're going to want a personal touch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that's great because shit, the hardest part is to weed them out. The hardest part is finding the people who are really interesting.
Dude, and it's how do I say, time consuming to deal with. Call all, if I get 100 leads a month and 70% won't answer, the other, or 40% won't answer, 20% doesn't call you back, and it's just a waste of my fucking time. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, let me weed this shit out. And then automatically putting these people into a emailing campaign list so like we could touch money. I mean, there's just so much you can go with it to touch people, but to automate it so that it's just generating revenue on its own, because we want to create business systems. We don't want to be self-employed,
So that being said, let's say we do get, I don't know.
I want to do the
or how many do you think that you could on a monthly basis, how many leads do you think you can convert?
If I can get somebody, here's the main challenge. And if I can get somebody to watch an actual introduction of Renatus and a follow-up and a one-on-one call, I convert probably cold market. I would say 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 on a cold market. If we have warm market, it's like 50%.
Okay.
But let's just say 10. Let's just say 10 because we like to, or we'll say 10% because we like to overperform. 10 out of 100 people would be potentially $10 to $100,000 because they're different packages, right? So to do that in a month and have it systemized to where all I'm doing, the goal is all I want to do is talk to people to close them instead of bringing them in, and doing the whole process.
Yeah.
Then we can scale, and then we're talking big dollars, and then we're talking about, one of the guys who made $80,000 in Renatus marketing last year did it because he's a social media guy where he can drive all these people to a webinar with 300-400 of them, and he gets, and he converts maybe 5%, 10%. You know what I mean?
So he made 80,000. That means that he closed 8 deals, right?
Potentially. I don't, it varies, right? Because it's different commission bases. It's 1 to 10,000 because there's different levels. And then you also get overrides from your team members, 10% for 2 people. So you can also get overrides. Did you watch the comp plan? Did I send you the comp plan?
Dude, I was watching it, but it was really long.
I think there's a new one because I think I sent you the old one. But I want you to see the comp plan because it's going to explain it better and show you how you can. The goal is to make $100,000 in a month. You know what I mean?
Okay, but how do we get there?
So that's why I want to show you the comp plan because it's gonna better. This is a new one.
Wait, can you open it and then 15 minutes? That's better than like an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, let me see. I don't know how long this one is. This is the new one. So this one's 51 minutes too.
So show me the part that you think I'd be interested in looking at.
So it's $125 to do the marketing. Okay, you have to. Everybody does it. It's like basically it's a legality because it's 2 separate businesses. There's the real estate services, which is education, and there's marketing. So there's 2 businesses with Renatus, right?
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to tell you. Okay, I think this might be you know, and you gotta also get one of these, man. You gotta get one of these video speed uppers.
Speeder uppers. So, so what am I looking at here? Because I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear nothing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just bad advice.
Can you hear now?
A lot of people have
Yeah.
the worst advice going on in their head.
So what they're going to tell you is basically the outline of the Renatus products, right? But I want to show you the comp plan.
Yeah, the comp plan.
Incredible. Teaching you how to build a business. Use your systems and your processes and your efforts.
All right,
I'll
here
market
you
your
go.
product.
I got a call. I got a call in like 3 minutes. How
All
about
right.
why don't
I'll look it up.
Look it up, but go straight to 16 minutes.
All right, sounds good.
So I'm gonna do this. Hold on, I'll do that. And then we're gonna see each other Tuesday. Do you want to touch back on Monday or?
Yeah, well, let's talk on Monday over the phone.
Okay, let me. What time you want to do? I can do. You wanna do noon again?
Let's do noon. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So yeah, look at that. And then let's talk noon. I'll start focusing a little bit more on exactly what, and then we'll get it going.
All right, dude. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Good
All right,
talk.
bye.
Talk to you later.